boss talk. Couple plays on that road, it was all rich. We ain't stopping to me and my niggas all rich. Boss talk. Having real conversations with the OGs. Back and forth about the grams to the OZs. Boss talk. Move just like a unit, cause we all one. Boss talk. And nigga ain't stopping till we all up. Boss talk. Take a L and double back to make the team strong. Sacrifice to put my team on. Big dog shit. Bitch, I'm off the leash. Running back.
So today on Cigar Talk, we got the goddamn plug of the city in this motherfucker. The plug of the city. She does a lot in the city, man. I don't think St. Louis would be what St. Louis is without her in the mix. That's what I feel. Vanessa Townsend, what's up?
Hey, how you doing?
Yo.
How you doing, man? How you doing?
Man, how am I doing? I'm better today.
How you holding up?
I'm holding, right? So it's been rough.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's been rough. It's been I've never experienced what I've experienced the last month.
Yeah.
Or so. And so to be able to be here right now with J-Bo.
Yeah, for sure.
It's an emotional moment for me because of how I got acquainted with him.
Mm-hmm.
Who introduced us, and we'll go into that.
Yeah.
But I'm better today. Today's a better day.
Right.
Yeah, give me about. I need a.
You needed about a month.
Yeah.
I ain't even fake it.
Seriously.
Y'all did a lot of work together, man. You know, how did you get your start into this whole business?
Ooh, so it's funny. So I worked at Better Family Life at the time.
Yeah.
And I've always, I've done fashion shows for my friend Sean Henley. He's a dope designer out of St. Louis, has a company called 917. I did a lot for him, was managing his fashion shows and stuff like that, and just naturally being able to manage, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I was working at Better Family Life, and James Clark used to have all these events all the time. And I remember this one particular 314 day event we were doing, and Peter was the person that was helping us out with the event. Yeah. So I had to manage it.
Right.
And Peter was like, hey, you know you could get paid to do this. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He was like, you need to be a stage manager.
Oh,
you
God.
just do this stuff so naturally. I'm like, I guess. You know what I'm saying? So I hollered at my mentor, and he was like, yeah, I think you could, get a business out of it. And I was talking to Peter. He was like, yeah, I'm telling you, man, you just need the right stage. You gonna kill it.
Right.
So I made a call out to two people. I called Damon Mitchell, Super Ego, because he was doing a lot of kid events at the time.
Right.
And I called Orlando Watson.
Mm-hmm.
Both being from U-City, I've known Orlando my whole life, pretty much. And so I was like, man, I see you doing concerts at the pageant. I want to learn to do stage management. Can I come volunteer to learn?
Right.
I just literally volunteer. I never talked about working.
Right.
I just wanted to volunteer, and then kicked it off.
That's dope. That is so amazing, man.
They kicked it off.
Like, I see you doing so much. Like, you got your hands in everything.
Yeah.
Like, how do you make time for your family?
So now I learned to say no. Now I learned to say not right now.
Like, cause your brand is serious.
Yeah, I learned to say I can't.
Yeah.
I did go through it's a transitional period.
For sure.
So it was a time where I was just going, accepting everything, being there for everybody, doing every event, doing all this stuff. And now I had to take a step back and just be like, I can't do that right now, or pass it to somebody else, or bring others along with me that can be able to do the things that I can do.
You was hosting at one point.
Mm-hmm.
I actually met you. I was singing. I had a band called Empire Soul, and I was actually singing.
I remember.
And I killed this shit too.
You did.
Yeah.
I booked them.
But like, no lie. And I saw you. I was like, dang, she like dope. You had the red hat. You used to always have the red. Do you still wear that red hat?
I do. I just need a new one.
I
just got it because at the time that I started wearing my red hat, which happened by accident, I was doing a No Limit concert.
Yeah, I remember.
And this particular day, I was just like, man, my hair was short. I was like, I'm gonna throw this hat on. And everybody on stage saw this little person with this red hat. And they was like, yeah, asshole girl with the red hat on.
I saw you at the Fantasia show.
Yeah, with the red hat on. And so that's how that came about. It actually happened by accident. That was not planned. And so my brand turned into the lady with the red hat because they would always say, ask the lady with the red hat on.
Right.
That's I'm just.
This guy right here, he got 1,000 hats.
I have a lot of hats. I have a lot of hats. So yeah.
You what's up with the Annie Malone thing? You still with Annie Malone?
I'm not from a director standpoint. I was a director of community outreach at Annie Malone, but I still volunteer and help assist.
That's what's up.
To assist them with the parade this weekend and things like that.
That's big in itself.
Yeah, me and the CEO, Keisha, shout out to Keisha Lee, now becoming the CEO.
Ledoux. Is it the same Keisha Lee over at, it ain't the same Keisha Lee that just became the superintendent out at Ledoux, is it?
No.
Okay.
No, so Keisha was there.
Shout out to Keisha though.
Yeah, shout out to Keisha.
First black.
Yeah,
First black out there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, you know, I still, right now, again, being associated with STL Fest. It's one of my... Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we putting you on Front Street right now. Yeah, we putting you on Front Street right now.
You and Shorty, they putting me on blast. Shorty.
We got Shorty coming on the show soon.
Shorty. But yeah, so just dabbing in a lot of things. Being at the pageant is huge.
Yeah.
Having that relationship.
Yeah, for sure. I was just telling the cat we just interviewed, Darian Brown, that we needed to have you on the show, and it's crazy that we got you on.
Oh man, you know, shout out to Darian. Darian, so one of the things that I learned from Orlando was that you can't be in a position where you don't bring nobody with you, right?
Yeah, sure.
Like, what would be the point? That's why he used to talk about that a lot in his interviews when people will interview Orlando. And it's the same with Darian, right? I remember him, and he was like that. You know, we know each other from church, and people, we church kids.
Hallelujah.
You know what I'm saying? We church kids, and I knew him from church, and it was just something about like he reminded me so much of myself. Like Darian is one of those people where I don't have to give him like, hey, we're doing this show, this is what we're doing, and I can go do everything else, and I can have Darian there and don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
And so that's the same thing Orlando did with me. Although Darian now is doing more of the artist management side, which is something I totally don't want to do. I have zero desire. I have zero desire to do. But still, when it comes down to doing shows, having him right there means a lot, because I don't have to. You need somebody that's like-minded that can just got, you know. And that's what he did. And when he hit me up to like, I'm like, oh yeah, you can, you know, come to the pageant. And he, like, dude, just climbing and climbing and climbing. So shout out to him. I'm super, super proud of him.
Now back to you. You know, not to bring up any bad memories, but you had an accident.
I did.
And we're glad to see you in good health.
Me too.
You know, so we know you done been. So how'd you bounce back from that?
Support, right? Having people around me that helped me bounce back. Me and my son was in that accident. Yeah. And I nearly.
How's he doing?
No, he's good. My son is an amazing son.
We go to the same barber, right? Y'all still go there?
Absolutely, yeah.
The only person who cut my hair, man.
You better know it.
Well, shit.
I was just finna say, not for your hair, is it? Oh, okay.
He damn hat on.
Yeah.
But
yeah, he's doing good. I have 3 kids. I'm actually a granny too.
Oh, that's what's up. Congratulations.
Yeah,
congratulations.
Granny V.
Yeah, Granny V. My grandson is 3. You know, my kids are dope. I have dope kids. My daughter, she manages DTLR. Nah, y'all can't get no Jordan plug.
We already, hey, look.
And she's an artist too, so shout out to my role.
Well, she didn't come down.
I know, I need to bring her, just trying to get her into the business and doing that stuff. So when you talk about family, I try to have them incorporated. My son has great work ethic like me. My oldest has great work ethic, and again, she's an artist. And then my youngest is a national competition dancer. So she dances on the national platform.
That's hard.
So,
And
they
you know what's crazy, man? Like, I know that you had a lot to do with Prime 55 when it first started.
Been there since day one.
I actually had Orlando and T-Love as my manager at one point.
Wow.
Yeah, like
that's dope.
Like, and it's crazy. Like my first time getting an investor involved in my business, I had Orlando come work the deal first, right?
Yes.
So he got me a cool amount of money, right? No lie. And then I called T-Love. He got me another piece, but we needed another piece to bring in an artist to come do a show. And they both worked the deal for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
that's so crazy. I remember Orlando's, he would, I was looking through our messages.
Yeah.
And I remember somebody wanted to book me for something and they was tripping. Something happened. He was like, you need to have him. From now on, I'm doing your booking.
Yeah,
they gotta go through me. I'm like, oh my God, bro.
That's definitely.
They gotta go through me.
But he got the job done.
Yeah,
so you can't knock it.
He was his right hand.
Yes.
He was his right hand, man.
Since 2016.
And like, you know, and it's so crazy, man, because like the city just felt like a storm hit the city. You know what I'm saying? And I never felt that energy in the city for real.
Yeah.
But like, no lie, and everybody kept just checking on, like, making sure you was cool. Because I'm looking like, man, she
That's
probably
love,
wilding.
That's
She's
love.
trying to kill cancer and shit. Nigga, cancer ain't did shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't kill it.
That is.
Sometimes you be thinking like why the blue?
Yeah.
All the time.
You know what I'm saying?
All
Like,
the time.
Why have to do?
Yeah, because he is and was a great husband, great, awesome dad, brother, businessman. Yeah, all of that. Like he was good.
You
like
couldn't hate on him.
You didn't hear nobody say anything there. You couldn't be like, oh, this is Orlando. It was none of that. It was like, man, Orlando.
You try to bring peace.
Yeah.
Always.
Whenever there was an issue, people called Orlando to be that person to fix it.
Yeah, he was a fixer.
He was a fixer. Just because the cat with the book bag, he gonna calm, he gonna talk, but his voice, although it was calm, it was really big.
Yeah.
And I learned a lot. I learned a lot. I tried to explain and express to people, y'all don't understand. Even coming here today, I would have called him.
Yeah.
I got an interview with J-Lo. Oh man, tell my dirty I said what's up, man. Like any concert that comes to the city, I call Orlando. Hey, even if it's not about what we're doing, I would call so that we can study the concert. We studied who the artist was. We talked about the run, what we think the run of show looked like. How did they even get here, man? How many people you think we literally talked about the logistics and we weren't even there. So not having that, I don't know what life looks like with it. I know my marching orders. I know what he's told me that I'm supposed to do. I know the connections that he's given me that I'm going to honor because he was big on relationships. And one thing he taught me, and he told me, and I was reading it the other day, he was like, everybody doesn't deserve to meet everybody you know.
Yeah, for sure.
You have to you have to protect your relationships. Everybody doesn't
That's hard.
value. Everybody doesn't.
Everybody.
I have it in a message. That's what he said to me. He was like, Vanessa, because I was excited about a connection that I had. Because a person called me and they was like, yeah, I see you work. And I told him, he was like, yeah. He was like, you need to value that. And everybody doesn't deserve to meet everybody you know.
Right.
And I mean, I was like, whoa. You know,
How you know, I know as far as an obligation, how do you think you could still carry that torch just as strong, you know?
It's not a matter of think, this is what I know.
That's what's up.
I am going to, by doing what God has placed inside me to do, is how I will continue to live his legacy.
That's right.
By doing Vanessa Townsend LLC in such a way that it gives him the respect of being that person to me.
And we know he all over it too, you
and
know?
So I have to continue to do what's in the inside of me to do. That's how his legacy. It's not necessarily continuing Pretty Boy or continuing, you know, that. It's Vanessa Townsend. He wanted Vanessa Townsend to be great.
Yeah, for sure.
And so that's how I'm going to continue doing it. I still have a relationship at the pageant.
Yeah.
Still have different entities and relationships that was birthed from. So I'm just gonna continue to do those.
You did a memorial at the pageant for.
Yeah. Shout out to Tony Davis.
Everybody wearing white.
Yeah.
And
Shout
Gabby,
out
right?
to, yeah. Shout out to T Love, Gabby Davis, Jamie Dobie. I couldn't. When T Love, I couldn't imagine have done that without them. Like, honestly, it wasn't me. It was me supporting Love. You know what I'm saying? That was his business partner. This is this was me supporting his vision and what he wanted to do. I just know the pageant like the back of my hand, so I know. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I came in into play. But that was tough.
Yeah.
That was one of the hardest things I've had to do in my life.
I taught you that morning.
You did.
I just told you, like, just remember, you the boss.
Man, that was hard. It's so funny. We talked. Darian was there that morning when I made it to the pageant. And I lost it.
Yeah.
Like I had to. Like him and Nitty was there with me. I thank God him and Nitty was there with me that morning because I lost it in there. Because that was we have not done an event in the pageant since before the pandemic.
Wow.
And our first time back at the pageant was a memorial show.
That's crazy.
And I love, yeah. Yeah. I was like, you lying to me.
Like, and it's tough. I'm
It's
not
tough.
gonna lie. That like it hit the city so hard.
Yeah.
It hit me hard. So I think I was crying fucking for hours just on my wife's shoulders, like trying to figure out like, man, how did this happen? You know what I'm saying? Like we literally just saw him in Snooks in U City, and he was limping. And I helped him to his car. I'm like, man, like this shit touched.
Yeah.
But like, he don't want us to be moping
No.
around, man. He want us to enjoy being bosses that we are. You know what I'm saying? Like having somebody like J-Bo in the mix, like, is amazing for me because as soon as J-Bo came to me, he was like, yo, we're gonna do the studio. Shit, I was nervous. I didn't know what the hell was going on. I was like, okay, I ain't never dealt with somebody that's real into the business, that know the shit, that's not no fuck nigga, none of that shit. Like,
yeah, he
this
don't
nigga's
jump
a
right on.
stand-up nigga. So I'm looking like, man, am I gonna do this shit? Hey, Love, man, put me on game about my cousin, cause I don't know about my cousin, but Love, we just found out. So I'm like, Love, put me on the game, man. Let me know what's going on. So Love hit me, and then I went to Prime, saw Orlando. We sat down, we smoked. Me and Love smoked. He sat down, drunk his water and shit. And he was just telling me, nah, J-Bo is a real solid cat.
No, he called by his name.
No, I said Love. Love said J-Bo.
Are you Orlando?
No. He was just listening. Then he just basically was like, "Oh, it's a stand-up nigga. Like you gonna enjoy being around somebody like that."
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. When we did, like I said, that's how I met J-Bo. Yeah, Gotti was the first concert we did, but even before that, Orlando talked about J-Bo.
Yeah,
like
he
talked about J-Bo. Like that wasn't that was his guy. You know what I'm saying? He talked about him. So when he, came home, he was like, I ain't going to the party. I can't go to the party, but you going to the party? He was like, I want to make sure you're there. I need to make sure you meet J-Bo, and the concert was great.
Yeah.
We did really great things together. And so even, again, him teaching me about relationship, I don't talk to J-Bo all the time, but he know I check on him.
Okay.
I check in. Like, hey, you good? I see you doing something. Let me know if you need me.
Right.
Just to let him know I'm here.
Right.
I always hit him up and let him know.
Yeah.
Whether he used me or not, that's not what this is about. It's just I'm letting him know because I know what you mean to him.
Right.
You mean just that to me too. Because I value the relationship that he values.
Yeah.
So,
I always say this is the first nigga that I never had to bring something like everybody ever did business. I had to bring them in the room to meet somebody. This nigga put me in the room to meet.
Absolutely.
And that's what I'm like. Damn, I finally got somebody that I can just sit back and just be, be CEO Solo. I can just sit back.
And since we're doing this, I want to tell you, I'm so proud of you. I know.
This nigga hard, bro.
I
Like,
know,
people don't be understanding.
Man, I know you got all these people around that tell you when to come home and do the level of impact and what you've done since you've been home. First of all, getting married.
Yes, Lord.
Shout out to the wife.
Yes, Lord.
Cause you can't be out here doing this without her. Just a quick plug on her.
You did.
But for real. So I just wanted to tell you congratulations with every single thing that you're doing, because you letting people know, men and women, just because you do whatever, you can still you can rebuild and live. So I'm just, man, shout out to you. I'm proud of you, for real, dog.
Oh yeah.
You deserve your flowers. I'm all about giving people their flowers.
I'm all about giving them smoke.
That too. I don't smoke cigars.
Shout out to Seymour Junkie Boy Brown.
I don't smoke cigars, but you know,
Oh,
fuck
God.
with me.
But
That's
I
right.
definitely appreciate you coming on the show, man. Like,
Man, I appreciate you asking. I
I
do.
had to. Like, you don't understand. When you said call me earlier, I was like, this motherfucker about to cancel. Oh, God. I was like, this
I was
motherfucker about to cancel.
about to.
But,
Yeah.
I
like,
was about to, but
I felt the energy. Someone was like, you know what? She ain't gonna
You know,
cancel.
you got that text from me like, hey,
it was
what
just
is?
Like, what's up? Why you ain't
because
coming?
I thought I was gonna be all super emotional. I'm like, I ain't about to fry on camera.
And it's fine too. Like, at the end of the day, man, we
Fry on
hurt.
camera.
Like we need you in the city. Like, we need you. Like, I ain't saying you're gonna bounce
for
back
sure.
all the way, but like, we need you. Like, I'm telling you. I'm
I
not just saying
appreciate
that.
it.
This city ain't gonna be shit if you're not involved. I'm just being
I
honest.
appreciate that. It's still a surreal moment for me. It's still, sometimes I do have moments where I'm like, ain't no way that I'm put in this position.
Yeah.
However, I've overcome so many things and so many, you know, I was a teenage mom. I was pregnant sophomore year in high school and my senior year in high
Right.
school. Still graduated, still walked,
Right.
still went to college, you know, so it's nothing.
Yeah, and I don't mean to cut you off, but there's a lot of people think that's a mistake.
Oh,
You know, but it ain't a mistake until you make it a
so
mistake.
you make it. It's what
You know what I'm
gonna
saying?
do with it.
That's all it is,
You
you
know,
know.
what
So
you
we
gonna do
just
with the
telling
opportunity?
every young lady out there, it ain't a mistake till you make it a mistake. You know, so
Yeah.
they need to understand that.
For sure, you still have opportunities, even when something looks like it's bad or that it's a mistake. What are you gonna do with it?
Yeah.
So I ain't mess around. Like,
Yeah.
I was homeless. I
Yeah.
stayed in shelters. Listen, I still got up. I'm a grit person. I'm all about grit. I'm all about, you know what I'm saying?
That's why you're a
bouncing
boss,
back.
though. That's why you're a
Yeah,
boss
I
now.
appreciate it.
You know.
Stop
Yeah, and
it.
I'm gonna
I
tell you, you know, a
appreciate
lot of men can't handle it, but they look here. I appreciate talking to a woman
Yeah.
boss
I
at all
appreciate it.
times. You know.
I have great people around me. I have great people that are pouring to me. You know,
Don't undervalue yourself now.
I
You
know.
great.
No,
You know, yeah, you
I
great too. You know.
Yeah,
definitely
I'm telling
was.
you,
You know,
it's.
hard, and we here to help.
I
Whatever you need us
appreciate
on,
that.
we're gonna be here to support whatever you need. Like, I
Yeah,
don't care
for
what
sure,
you're trying to
for
bring
sure.
an artist in town. You know who to talk to about that. He know that business way
I
better
know.
than me.
He
You know
was
what I'm
all,
saying?
that's what I'm saying. We were already so crazy. We talk about that all the time.
Yeah.
About who's gonna bring that. We was just waiting. Yeah, we was literally just waiting on it to open up.
Good in the thing.
And now it's open, but I got him though. I'm doing that.
You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm doing that.
They got you at those spots.
Yeah, so I still help out at the restaurant. I'm still yeah, I still, like I said, I still had that relationship. That's one of those things I'm cherishing.
Right.
I'm not gonna allow anyone to take advantage of the relationship.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
right. That's right.
I am cherishing that.
The boss stuff in right there.
Yeah, I.
So what's next, man? Like, what's next for Vanessa?
So you know, I do. It's so crazy. People don't even know. So I'm a full-time makeup artist.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've been saying you did like
I
hella
do.
people for prom.
Yeah, I did 10 people Saturday.
He was crying while you was doing
Oh
this
my
shit.
God, from 7, I didn't get done until probably 7. Well,
Right.
I'm a full-time makeup artist, so continuing building my craft with that and seeing what that looks like in future, maybe products and stuff like that. Just continuing to build that brand. I do want to do concerts. I do want to do more, manage more larger scale events, more corporate things.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's really just mapping out what does this look like for a standalone brand for me. Because it's different when a person is hiring you to come in. It's different now that you got to do it yourself.
Yeah.
So I have to just get focused and see what that looks like.
So like we got Unplugged grand opening, right?
Okay.
Can we can do this?
We can do this. Let's do it.
Can you help us with that?
I can help with
get the
that.
right people in the
Yes,
mix.
y'all heard it here first.
Yes, Lord.
Vanessa
I'm trying to
Townsend
get you
LLC
in the
will be
mix.
helping Unplug with their grand opening.
Yes, Lord.
And it's somebody like, it's so many people that when you start naming names, you always leave somebody out.
Yeah.
You always forget somebody. But it's a lot of people that played a part of me being who I am.
Yeah.
And I never, shout out to everybody.
Yeah. Shout out to everybody.
They say teamwork make a dream work, you know.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't forget nobody. Shout out to everybody. They know who they are.
Yeah.
They know what part they played in me. And I, again, I'm all about now giving people flowers.
Yeah.
You have to. So here a bouquet of roses for everybody that played a part. So that's what I'm on next is just legacy. Just what will my legacy be? You know, it's not about the day you was born or the day you died. It's about that dash in between.
Just start jotting it down because it's stacking up on you.
Every day you should be writing.
That was play.
Yeah, it ain't.
Big play.
It's the dash.
Write this down. When you give us all our flowers, our bouquet of flowers, Dirty don't want no flowers.
You don't want
a
no
bouquet of feathers.
You want feathers?
Give all feathers.
Give you feathers.
Yeah, make sure you hear what I'm saying. They better recognize.
Well, he knew you was coming on the show, so he was like,
Yeah, I had to get that. I had to go get that cold gram out of that.
And I started to wear. I should have worn. I know.
Man, that would have been so play.
I should have worn. I should have worn, but
You've been way fly dirty.
yeah.
So like, we appreciate you for coming on the show, 100%. Like,
I appreciate you.
Even through the hard time, I was like, man, I really, yeah.
I know.
I needed you.
I sent him that message this morning, like, call me. It was like 7 in the morning. I was like, I don't know. But I'm glad that I came. I gotta keep going.
Yeah.
I know this is, again, for Brad Young to put his stamp on me the way he did last week.
Brad is that nigga, man. He started me in this shit.
Man, for Brad Young to he don't never publicly talk about people.
No, he don't. Never.
So for him to publicly say what he said, shout out to Brad Young because he's closer. He was way closer before I even, came in. So for him to give me the green light to continue in the name of Orlando and Rock House, to be able, that was huge for me.
That was big. I saw it, I was like, dang.
Me too. I was like, what? I was crying.
I read it twice. I was like,
I'm crying. I was like, hey, you gotta chill.
I'm sad, nigga.
Yeah, you gotta relax.
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
But that's easier said than done. You know?
Of course.
Easier
But
said
it take
than
a
done.
team.
Yeah.
It take a team. This is not something that I'll be doing by myself.
No.
I have people around me that don't play about me.
Yes, Lord.
They don't, yeah. So I'll be cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
I got
yeah.
me a little cool now, so I'll be
That's
straight.
what's up. That's what's
You know
up.
I had to.
Yeah, that's what's up.
So I'll be all right.
So we appreciate you for coming on Cigar Talk STL.
Cigar Talk
We had to
STL.
give you a smoke and give the homie his smoke through you.
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying? Just had to do that the right way,
Yeah.
man. I couldn't get him on the show, but I really wanted to. So
Shout out to Orlando again.
Shout
you
out
know.
to Orlando.
had to get you on here. So
Man.
there you have it. I'm CEO Solo. This is my co-host, Dirty.
Yep.
With the feathers.
With the
Executive producer. Executive producer, J-Bo, BML. Goddamn,
They're gonna cost you that
all
boy.
that. It's all right. I'm ready for the smoke.
Yeah, Dirty been get the smoke about these feathers.
Oh,
You thought that was the
we got
gig.
Vanessa Townsend and everybody.
Real boss lady.
So